Sean Dillion. I operate a family-owned business with my mother Elsie and wife Sarah and our 3 children in the Dillion River country between Alpha and Clermont. We've got a good blend of both breeder and fattening operation here, and we run seasonally adjusted somewhere between 4,500 and 5,000 head of cattle. We aim to breed our cattle for the export markets, whether it be to grain finish them or to finish on grass. We look to treat them, grow them right through to Japox quality, and we breed effectively 100% of our cattle. We do opportunistically buy though, breeder or breeding cattle into our herd, but effectively we're trying to breed and finish or fatten the majority of our cattle within cervidum. I think it's important for both animals leaving and entering. If you want to maintain your access to markets, you need to make sure that not only are the cattle leaving healthy and in good condition, and the numbers of cattle leaving are all like that, but you've got to make sure the cattle are entering your property are of a similar standard so that you don't compromise one with the other. We had a really big smash back in the early 2000s with Pesti. We had a catastrophic loss rate from pregnancy to branding. We had approximately 80% of the cattle that were preg tested into a particular mob to have a calf didn't present with a calf inside the joining window. In fact, were then empty or preg tested empty at branding. So we lost hundreds of calves that were preg tested to be received. We were not able to brand, and also then we had the associated issues with the cow's health as well, and then the loss of that good genetic input that we'd been able to try and build into those cattle, because we cull on pregnancy testing every year. So those cows were, not only did they present without a calf, they were empty, and so therefore exited our program, 8-9 years ahead of schedule. We didn't know what it was, but through some good diagnostic work from a local then DPI specialist, we were able to narrow it down very quickly with some simple blood testing. Although her feeling at the time was that it would be Pesti, we narrowed that down, and obviously the best treatment regime, all the vets advised was very clearly to vaccinate, and that's what we did. We've been testing and whole of herd vaccinating now since 2012. We're also fortunate to be a producer contributor to the cash cow program, and through that we did test for a number of reproductive based diseases, including leptospirosis, Pestivirus, Q fever. So we were very aware of the impact and the presence of these diseases in our herd. We've been able to keep any affectation of these diseases at bay now with full protection, and Pestigard is a really integral part of that, because the disconnect that it does with our seasonal mating window means that we would have had hundreds of cows that are actually quite fit, sound cows, but affected by a disease that we can control whether they receive it or not. We've been able to retain them in our herd and grow the quality of our product and return the investment that we've made. We've been able to return that every year, with rates now in our first calf heifers consistently averaging north of 95% and whole of herd north of 95, 96%. So, when you have that many cows reconceiving whilst they're lactating every year, the ability to not only grow your herd, but grow the quality of your herd becomes very real then. And we were struggling, in fact, we were failing and sliding backwards while Pestivirus was having the impact that it was clearly having from 2002 through to 2012 on our herd. Pestigard is the only effective way to manage Pestivirus, and it is so simple. It doesn't require any special, skilled husbandry techniques. It is just the ability to effectively and efficiently needle a cow, which we do for so many other diseases. Its ability to maintain a shield around our cows for Pestivirus is really the only way that I would say that you can effectively control the disease. I think any producer who has breeding stock on their place is at risk of Pestivirus, and I would strongly recommend that Pestigard become part of an annual program to maintain animal herd health and ensure that the economics of your business are not impacted as substantially as we can see with Pestivirus. It is a silent killer. It can devastate not only beef herds but agribusiness right throughout Central Queensland, and then for that matter the whole of Australia. I'd strongly advise and encourage people to use the product. The number one thing for managing Pestivirus is to use Pestigard. It is the simple silver bullet. You don't often get silver bullets in the beef industry. For Pestivirus, Pestigard is the silver bullet.